What's up, you guys? Hallway dude here.
I understand that there's supposed to be people in a hallway. You don't clog up the whole fucking hallway! I gotta get through! You clog up the whole hallway and clog up.
So by now, most of you guys should know that I haven't uploaded in about 2.5 weeks, and it's because I went camping. So the last video I uploaded was on April the 17th, and that was a Sunday, and I broke my phone that Saturday. So I was already upset, me breaking my phone, and my dad comes in from work and he says, you guys get dressed because we're going to go camping. So we had to go pack our clothes. We had to get all our stuff ready. I had to get my charger because my dad has an RV with Wi-Fi in it. So I had to get my charger for my laptop. I didn't have a phone, so that was the only thing I really packed. And so we put our stuff in the back of the RV and inside the RV. We was like, Dad, where's your stuff? And he gives us like this, it's a big briefcase, or I guess a case where you can hold a shotgun with. And so I was kind of concerned. I was like, where are you bringing a shotgun? But he's like, you never know. So we proceed onto our beautiful resort trip, even though it was terrible over there, you guys. So we get there, it was around 9:30. So my dad was like, okay, we gotta become one with Mother Nature. So he brings out the sticks and, starts a fire. So we're sitting by the campfire. My dad pulls out like the chocolate and all of that. We were making s'mores and we start telling stories. So my dad was telling his story. He was saying that when he was little, I think he said it was about 8 or 9, he was a Boy Scout and he went over here and they seen bears and stuff, and I guess they played with the bears or touched them. And, that kind of creeped me out because I was like, what happened if a bear comes out to us? But my perception on this, I thought I was going to sleep inside, but no. This wasn't my dad's plan. So it was a little past 11 p.m. at night, you guys, and I was getting tired because, you got all that warm fire and it's just all the hot s'mores and everything making me sleepy. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go in there, wash up, and I'm going to go to sleep. But my dad said, you're going to go in there, wash up, you're going to sleep in a tent. And with the RV, there's like, what do you call it? There's like a hood that you pull out from the side and you like stick it inside, and then you got I guess it's like a cover for if you were to cook out and it was raining. That's what that would be for. But we just put the tent under there, and I was like, okay, who cares? Because I was tired. So we got the sleeping bags. Me and my sister put them on. I got in the tent, and I went to sleep. So I believe it was 2 a.m., and my sister started shaking me, and she's like, hey, G, I think there's something outside. And I was like, okay, you can stop playing. So I went back to sleep, and it was about 2:45. It seemed like I only got like 15 minutes of rest. And then she wakes me up again. She said, I think there's something outside. So I go out there. I was like, okay, so I unzip in the tent and I go out there and I look around because I had a flashlight with me. I looked around. I was like, there's nothing out here. And I went back to sleep, and about 15 more minutes passed and she woke me up again. So I was like, okay, you're going to go inside and you're going to sleep in there and leave me alone because I'm tired. And so she was like, okay, so she goes inside and she goes to sleep. Now, I was so tired, I didn't think about my sister taking the flashlight because there's light inside the RV and there's no light outside because my dad didn't turn on the lights on the outside of the RV. So I was without a light outside. So it felt like it was 30 to 45 minutes and something hit my tent and I woke up because it sounded like a little scratch mark. And I woke up and I was like, whoa, what was that? And that kind of like scared me enough so I wouldn't be tired anymore. And I was kind of scared to leave my tent. It's kind of like when it's thunderstorming and you're in your room, you're kind of scared of going into your parents' room. That like when you're little, I don't know if you do that now. You must have got problems. So I'm sitting there, it's super dark, you guys, and you start hearing things when it's dark, and I'm pretty certain I heard a growl noise, and then the bear stories just started coming to life, and I got very scared. And so I heard another growl noise, and then I heard some, like wood sticks popping, like someone was stepping on it, but it was like multiple at the same time, and I got super scared. And my first attempt was to run into the RV, but then I was like, if there was a bear outside, it could possibly just jump on me if it was right there near me. And the door was about 15 feet away from me because I had to run around and walk to the door. So yeah, I would have to make that Brad Pitt move. And then I see a light hit my tent, and I noticed, I was like, Dad, is that you? And it was my dad, and he had my little sister. They were both dressed. They was like, okay, we're going to go to the trail, because there was a trail there that my dad loves walking that trail. So he was like, are you going to go with us? I was like, yeah. I was scared at that moment. I was like, yeah, I'll go with you guys. Now, it was pretty dark. My dad was holding a flashlight. I think it was about 4 a.m. in the morning, so you barely can see the sun from where we're at. And we started walking, and we walked about, I'll say 15 minutes until we got stopped, and there was a tree in the way. I guess from a thunderstorm knocked the tree over, so we had to either crawl over or turn back. And my dad was like, nope, we're adventurous, you guys, we're adventurous, we're gonna do this. And so we just walked over. Well, I crawled over it. My dad walked. And so I started making my way back after an hour and a half. And I wanted to go watch some YouTube on my laptop. So I went over there, watched some YouTube. I was laughing, watching Leafy and Van Oss and all that. So my dad was cooking on the grill. And I went outside after, watching all my videos. Went outside, ate. And we sat there for a while, talked and all this other stuff. It was about 9 o'clock. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed now. And my sister went to the RV with my dad. And I was outside by myself. I was reading this book. My teacher made us read The Hobbit while I was there, relaxing time. And then I fell asleep. And this is when the weirdest stuff just started happening. So I guess my dad thought it was funny to leave me out there. And when I woke up because I heard the RV start moving. And I immediately just started rushing outside. And by that time, I just see the back of the lights moving. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have no phone. What are you guys doing? Now, I lost track of time, but I know it was very dark outside. So it had to be at least like 11 or like 4 o'clock in the morning. So it was kind of a weird situation. And I was panicking. I was like, okay, I'm just going to get back in the tent. I'm going to sleep. They went somewhere. And so I tried to make myself go to sleep. And I didn't. So I was just sitting there and I heard something just hit my tent. It sounded like, and now I'm there by myself. Nothing. Have no phone to dial 911 with. Have nothing there. My laptop was still in the RV charging, so I was just there with a flashlight. And so I became Inspector Gadget. In those movies, you guys like, no, don't walk outside. Well, I did that, to make myself feel secure. And I walked out there, and I flashed a light around to the left, to the right. And I looked behind me, and there was like a brown little thing. I wouldn't say it was little. It was way bigger than me. And I was like, oh, that must be a bear. So I immediately, I was being stealthy. I turned the light off. And I started walking, but I couldn't see because it was so dark. And I didn't want to turn the light back on. And I heard the bear start walking. And it's like, it was a little, what do you call it? Like, you hear the sticks breaking, and it was trotting a little bit, and I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm not going to die tonight, so I'm going to just leave the light off, and I'm going to try to feel my way around. So I was feeling myself around, and I reached to the right a little bit, and if I would never reach to the right, I probably would have been safe. So I reached to the right a little bit, and I felt fur. I immediately jerked my hand back, but I was so scared that I grabbed, I closed my hands and jerked it back, and I ripped, I think, a piece of hair off the bear, and the bear just, literally jumped on top of me and started mauling me, and I was kicking back and forth, and out of nowhere, the cameras started coming out, and Sam Pepper and Ashton Kutcher was like, yo, you just been pranked. It was a prank, bro. Now, I felt relieved, and it was a person inside the bear costume, so it was nothing real big, and so I just want to share that story with you. That's why I had to go to a psycho house because I was really messed up from that prank. It was very serious, and now I'm back, you guys. So I'll be making a new video tomorrow. It'll be a GTA or Black Ops 3, whichever one you guys want. So leave a like for a Black Ops 3 video or leave a like for a GTA video. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully you're doing great, and I'll talk to you later.